Hiya, first of all welcome to the video. Doing my first PC build. I'll just go through the parts. So motherboard B550 Tomahawk. Graphics card is a Nvidia 1660 Super. There's a power supply 650. Yeah. The case is a Be Quiet 500 FX. I ordered a DX that I see eBay for you. It might be an upgrade. It might just be the wrong box. Right. CPU. That's the box it come in. Just a plain box. Yeah. And that's what the CPU itself come in. I wanted a Ryzen 3600X, which it is, so that's all right. Hard drive, 2TB Seagate, very good. The SSD, a 1TB Kingston, very good. Sabrent Rocket Nvme 500 gig 4.0, very good. And the RAM, yeah, it's 2 8 gig sticks DDR4, the VENTUS, it's LPX, right? Yeah, but, yeah. I'm just going to crack on and get that motherboard built up. Right, okay. So on there, you'll pull up the clip first. Right there, on that corner. So it's one top right. There's a little, well, there's a white mark there on the motherboard, but also there's a little triangle in that corner. Checked it, it's on that corner just there. Right, I've dropped it in. You gotta be so delicate with these. Them pins, you mustn't touch them. And I jiggled it a little tiny bit very delicately and it just dropped in. So close it down. Right, okay, on to the next bit, which is, in fact I'll turn it round. That heat shield, that's got to come off, and that is where that's going in. So I'll pause you up. Right, oh, just for information, bit of foam padding on them pins for that CPU, so it's alright. I'm just loving all this packaging. Yeah, this little brassy colour. This is what the Nvme is. I mean, they're about half as small as what I thought they would be. Everything. Yeah, so there's little pamphlet, little thing, and there it is. There's a little notch. It'll only go in one way. And them screws there, that is lining up with that end screw. And them itty bitty screws, one of those is going to go in here, so I'll put that back in, just pushes in, and I'll put that screw in there. Right, okay, so there's some little screws in a bag in the motherboard, so I'll put it in the world's smallest little screws, and we can just nip it up. That'll do. Right, so on that heat shield, on the back, plastic strip, so remove that. We'll screw that back on. I'll just pause you for this two-hand job. Yep, so never over tighten stuff. Just nip it in till it pinches. Right there. That's it. If you see the gap in the middle, it's off centre. And there's a gap there. And there. It goes in slots 2 and 4. So I'll stick them in. I'll open them up. Right, I didn't think these would be giving me grief. It's very, you got to really push down hard until that clips back. Right, I think that's it. The next thing is the cooler. We got that, and being careful not to touch that pre-applied thermal paste. So that's going to go on there. I have to take off them brackets. Oh, right. That was a bit of a job. Yeah, so put the 4 screws in diagonally. I mean, you got to use a bit of force on them, push down on the screws. So that there plugs in to that one. It says CPU fan, so it'll be that first one. So I'll plug that in. Yeah, it goes in one way. If you look at the cable, that little block that's sort of chiseled out. There's also a little arrow there as well. There's a little block on the back. Yeah, that fits over it. So that's in. That went in all right. Yeah. So I think that's the motherboard done. Yeah. Okay. Right. Next day for me. I've opened up the case. I've took the glass panel off the front. Didn't have a wrap on it, which don't matter. So one fan in the back, 3 in the front, none at the top. So I wonder if it's best to put one of those at the front, up at the top, blowing down on the CPU. Don't know. But it looks superb anyway. Yeah, and on the top there's a magnetic, I think that's like a dust cover or something. Yeah. And USB 3.0 good. Yeah, I think it is the FX. There's that's the manual that come out of it. All looks good. Just got to figure out how to get all this wiring done. Wiring is not my forte. I just got to figure it out systematically. Alright, so the back's off. There's 7 cables. I'll figure that out. Screws and tie strips, brackets. Yeah, right. It's just where to go get started. I think you're supposed to take that bracket off there to put the SSD in. I think this could be a 2 cup of tea job. Right, so I've got the motherboard in. 8 screws, 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 2 along the middle, and that centre one just there, it's a stud. You know, it's a hole in the motherboard, it's just a stud to help line everything up. So I've took off the front fan. And I've just unpop the front cover. That just pulls out. It's just these like clipper. They just punch in these. So then there's a dust cover. Pull that out. Right, it's just getting all this wiring done now. This one, easiest one, multicoloured one. It says HD audio, and that goes in that bottom corner. That one, it says audio on it, and it's got a missing pin, the second one on top row, which lines up with that. There's a missing one there. Wow, so that one I've just plugged in. That there, God, that's so fiddly. That's the smallest cable out of them 7 cables. There's 2 all together. There's 2 really thin ones and a double. The one that says power LED goes on the left, and power whatever it is, P plus LED plus goes next to it, and then the double goes next to it there on 4 pins. There's 5 pins on the bottom row and 4 pins on the top, and that's where they go, apparently, I think. Well, apparently. And there's an arrow on that double that lines up on the third pin across. They go in pins 3 and 4, and then pin 3 is where the arrow, where is it? It's impossible to see, I couldn't, but anyway. So the one on the left is minus, the one next to it is plus. They're the 2 single ones, and the double, the one on pin 3, it's got an arrow on the top. That's your power LED. And the next cable to do is that one with the pin missing. There's a gap on the third. There's an arrow on the top left there as well, and that is going directly above it, above them. Right. Next one's going to be this big one. It's got a notch on top there. So this has got a line up. It's USB 3.0. Right, next one is this cable. It's USB 3, some cable apparently. That's going right next to that big one underneath that one. And that's it. Right, so the power supply's in, easy enough, just thumb screws there, just take that back plate off, put the power supply in the front and screw it up with the 4 screws supplied in the power supply box. That's straightforward, just got to sort all that lot out. Right. So the big one from the power supply, that goes straight in the motherboard. That's a 24 pin. That's the big one. Right, next day, it's Saturday now. Right, my head's a bit more entangled now. So done all this wiring. This obviously is back. This. Yeah, it is the FX model, because it's all RGB. That's how it all comes. The only me little niggly thing of all the reviews I've seen, that one is plugged onto there. This lead here, plus as well, I've got one left over. It's one of these RGB light things. I don't know where it goes. I don't know whether it's supposed to, whether it's just a spare one. All these, everything's connected, apart from that. So that's the hard drive. You just got the that goes straight into the power, and that one's on the motherboard, the little one. Same with the SSDs, same type of deal, straight into the power. That's the problem when, well, that one, straight into the power. And that one, same, straight into the motherboard. So that's the problem when you get these modular power supplies. It's like bloody mackerel fishing, yeah, a line full of hooks. It's just all spares, you know. You only need one. Some of them you don't need them. So obviously, when you get yeah, it's a non-modular. You don't get any all plugged in there. You just get the leads separate and just use the ones that you want. Right, but anyway, I'll shove all that lot in there. So the next thing is the graphics card, which I'll do that in a minute. So you have to take that off. Well, I'm sure you do. And then put that in. Just there. That. That's it. You just pop that open. Right. So it's gone Saturday night. It's 5:15 Sunday morning now. Yeah. So yeah, I'll put in the graphics card. It's easy enough to put in round the back. Just thumb screws. Just dip it in and push it in. This is the problem when you get that power supply. You get like double. You got this thing hanging out. But I'll tie that up. Right, that loose wire. I spent about 6 hours. It's Saturday, you know. Have a guess what I do on Saturday. I'll put it in that one. I've been studying this board for a few hours. I've got it all sussed out. I've got to disconnect the whole lot. The back of this case is a mess. Yeah, but I know where everything goes now. But that loose wire, the only one I've found, there's loads of, it's all RGB stuff. The only one I found, which looks similarly like the back plate to switch all the RGBs on for the fans. And get all the fans. I've just plugged it in. I'm just gonna do it. Right, I've just downloaded Windows and I put a USB in there. And I've just unboxed me where's that big light coming from? Oh, it's this, isn't it? Yeah, that shouldn't even be on that. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to switch it on. I'm going to switch it on. I'm going to switch it on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! Yay! Hey! Hey! Come on! God! Well, the fans are working. Oh no, the front one's in. The lights are on, but the front ones ain't working, and there's nothing. Oh, hang on, I haven't put the screen, switch it on. Oh, look at that. I mean, the cooler fan's on, everything's on there. Come on. It's a light off the camera, somehow I'll put that on. Oh right, yeah. Oh joy. Oh joy. The Windows. It's booting up off the Windows. Yeah, the fans. Oh, they are working. Oh, the fans are running. Are they? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you, I'm just going to get rid of this light. Somehow I've put the light on. Show me. Yeah, that's working. Yeah, look, here's the front as well. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired. Yeah, that was awful. What? Yeah, right. It's just all this. Oh yeah, I've obviously I've plugged in the keyboard and the monitor. The HD monitor goes into the back of the graphics card rather than the tops, the I/O. So it worked, and the monitor's working as well. Wow, I mean it's a new monitor as well. Oh joy. Oh joy. I reckon that lead was the right one then. Oh, it's so quiet as well. You can barely see them fans. You can see that one spinning. You can't even see them spinning. Yeah, you can see them running. I mean, I'm tempted to take out that bottom one and put it up top, but I've got to check the temperatures on that CPU. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Just installing this. I don't have a product key. I'm thinking about. See, the thing is, the whole reason for this, I've got laptops all over the place. I've got USBs all over the place. I've got 4 years worth of stuff to make videos. I gamble a lot. That's what it's all about. That's what this is about. I gamble a lot. It's not gaming. I gamble a lot online, and I've got 4 years worth of stuff saved up, and I just wanted when something went on stream online, yeah, if I want, and all the storage, get it all storage as well. I mean that 2 terabyte hard disk and the 1 terabyte SSD. I mean, is that overkill? I don't know. I just wanted to get rid of all these USBs. I got a bag full of them. You know, 4 years worth of and laptop. I've got a couple of laptops all full up. But anyway, this. So I just wanted to get it all done on one system. Get it all done. I mean, I gamble. I want something to show for me money. Yeah, I'm not just going to keep spaffing it all. You can see that on my phone. Like that. Like, it's actually showing up with 3 hard drives. So I know that the 1 terabyte, that's my SSD. The 2 terabyte, that's my hard drive. And the 500 gig is the Nvme. So that's the one I want to install Windows on. On this phone. I don't know if you can read that. But anyway, Windows 10 Pro. I'm just going to switch this off now. First thing, oh god, it's 6:20. First thing, Windows update. Just update everything and restart it and get it back up to date. Right, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm being hypnotised by that. Right, we've got to sort these hard drives out. So you go into that, documents, this PC. Right, it's only showing up the 1 hard drive. So come out of that, type in disk management. I'm trying to do this while I can still talk. Right, create. Right, so the 900. See, that's the only one that's allocated, right? Yeah, so that's the 1 terabyte. That is the SSD. So right click, do simple volume. Next, yeah, don't need to change anything there. Assign the letter D. Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, D drive. It's going to be the SSD, which is the Kingston SSD, isn't it? I'm going to call that. So we'll call that Kingston SSD. So I know what it is. Right. We'll call that Kingston SSD. And finish that. Right, so that one's done. And the next one, that is the 1863. That's 2 terabytes. That is same thing, right click, new simple volume, next. Don't need to change nothing there. That is now the E drive. I mean, you can change it to whatever you want, but why not leave it? And we're gonna go on to new volume, change that to we'll call that Barracuda. I like the name Barracuda. It's a heart song, isn't it? Yeah. Barracuda. Yeah. And finish that. Yeah. Right, so they've been formatted now, yeah. Down there, yeah. So if you come out of that, go back to documents again, for example, this PC. Right, all the hard drives showing up now. Do these drivers. So it's this one, MSI Tomahawk. Go onto this page, support, drivers. So it's Windows 10, 64-bit. So it's the LAN drivers. Download them. Open that file. The next one, onboard audio drivers. And it's set up. So we want the AMD Ryzen support. Chipset M4. It's a B550 motherboard. Submit. Windows 10. Install. And restart. Next one, video, GeForce Experience, and download. Right, do the NVIDIA. So it's NVIDIA GeForce Experience drivers. I'm going to put mine in. I don't know whether it. So I know it's a 1660 in it. Obviously not notebooks. 1660 Super. Windows 10-bit, English or download type. I want. See, it's not for gaming. It's for videos and stuff. So I'll do that. I mean, I'm download. I think I'm just downloading that. Computer, go on. Yeah, RAM speeds. So yeah, go into Task Manager. Performance, CPU, memory rather. 2133. That should be 3200. So you got to shut it down, haven't you? Restart it. And hit the delete button when the logo comes up. I'm not hanging around in the BIOS. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I ain't messing around with that at all. But just that one thing. It's the memory. 21. They should be running at 32. So if you go onto that, apparently that changes it. Yeah. So I exited out the BIOS, saved it. It's restarted. So hopefully the memory speed 3200. Right, so that's its max. That. Yeah, my cable management. Yeah. Well, I've done some. Yeah, but it's all these. You got cables and little wires all over the place. Yeah, the back goes on. Yeah, I tried to just spread it out a little bit. You know, I don't like pinching wires and bending stuff all over the place, but it's fine by me. I'm not bothered. Back goes on, and that's it. So. Yeah, what you do, MSI Center, right click, more, run as administrator. Yeah, so it's for the lighting on the motherboard. So yeah, it all works. So if you wanted lightning, yeah, then you press apply. That's lightning. Let's say if I wanted to do whatever that is, CPU temperature. We'll have a look at that. I suppose green is good. Color wave. Apply. Yeah, it's all the yeah, it's that one. If you just cycle it round. Yeah, super duper. Yeah, I use black insulating tape. It's wrapped around these cables where you got bits hanging off. Same as around the back. Yeah, a lot of that was just black insulating tape and some cable ties, but I wasn't too bothered about that, as long as it's flat and tucked away and stuff. But that's that, and this is neat. Signing off.